Coach Yolette McPhee-McEwen knew she wanted to impact others in a positive manner, but Coach was not a moniker she planned on using. That is, until the power of suggestion took over.
When my college coach at Rhode Island told me I should, I got my undergrad degree in business, and so my thought was, I knew I was going to be in a leadership role, but I had my eyes set on being a CEO of a corporate business, and now I'm a CEO of my own program. So I guess I still, accomplished the path that I wanted, but I just didn't know basketball would be the way.
She may not have known until that point, but it is obvious why others thought that is the route she should take. Basketball was in her blood.
My dad was a basketball coach, so I just grew up in the environment where you play basketball, you go to college, but I didn't have a lot of female examples. So my dad coached men's basketball, boys basketball in high school, so I would always see them go to college. But as I started working on my game and making the commitment to be better, I realized that I was also have an opportunity to play college basketball, mainly because he allowed me to travel and play AAU ball over here in the U.S. in the summers. And so I would hear other girls talking about opportunities they had. It just really opened another avenue that I didn't even think of before.
For an island girl, the opportunity to come to the U.S. to play also offered a chance to experience a completely new situation.
I actually chose it because I had never seen snow. And so I wanted to go somewhere far away that would give me a totally different experience. I credit that to my parents and my mom, especially for just how she raised me, to put myself in uncomfortable environments and to learn how to survive in those things.
Learning how to survive also applied to the early part of her coaching career.
I mean, it was definitely challenging, humbling at times because I took the road less, well, I don't know if I can say less traveled, but it's definitely the blue collar, start from the bottom and work your way up. So I started at a junior college, got my master's paid for through coaching, moved to the Pacific Northwest, moved to the Northeast, and ended up going back to the South, Clemson, South Carolina. I just worked my way up, and it's just a true testament that if you believe and have faith and you work hard, people will recognize it.
That dedication has already worn off on one of her players, junior Brianna Brown.
Someone that many look up to, including myself. Inspirational on the court and off. A great leader. She leads by example.
In her second year at the helm of JU, she knows that it doesn't get any easier.
Every season I get excited because it's a new challenge, and I'm faced with a new challenge this season with a younger team, making sure that they truly understand how to play the game. Whereas last year I had upperclassmen that understood easily, and so it's another challenge, but one that I embrace.
This past summer, she was rewarded for her efforts by serving as the head coach of the Bahamian national team, a unique honor that was not lost on her.
I think it brought me to tears anytime that you can represent your country. People don't know this, but about the term before, I wanted to be a part of the team, and my schedule didn't allow. I was going to be an assistant. I played on the national team, on the junior national team. I never had an opportunity to play with the seniors women's team because of the summer school schedule, and I just couldn't get the time. And so when I was approached to be the head coach, there was a no-brainer that I wanted to be a part of that experience and inspire other young athletes to be the best that they can be, through that outlet.
It wasn't only an honor, but also a chance to improve as a coach.
It was tremendous. It was great. It was live reps, whereas as coaches, we have to wait till the season to work on stuff and get better. You get practice, but there's nothing like the game. It's totally different. It allowed me to work on some things that I wanted to see this season with my team, and it just gave me it just made me a better coach because quickly I had to figure out a way to get 12 women to come to play together as one. And so that's a challenge within itself in 3 weeks.
She had already gone through a similar challenge in getting the veteran Dolphin team she inherited the year before to buy into her style.
She is similar to my high school coach. Up and down, transition-wise, want to get it and go. She can get a little bit rowdy, but that's just her coaching style, and it's what I'm used to. So it wasn't like it was nothing different. I know what she expects. The team knows what she expects, and that's what we need to do.
The transition was helped by a mantra she brought with her: no ceilings, which the players bought into and embraced immediately.
It's funny, and I have to give her a lot of credit. Former player of mine, Nikki Dixon, at Clemson, she's a senior now. We were sitting around and just talking about future goals, and she said, "Coach, when you become a head coach, what's going to be your slogan?" And I said, "You know what? I never thought about it." And she said, "You know what? I think it should be no ceilings." And I said, "Why? What?" She said, "Because you never put a limit on yourself. You just always fight through and push through. Like you always tell us we can accomplish things that may be bigger than what people feel like, we can accomplish." And I said, "You know what, Nikki? I'm gonna take it."
Whenever she brought the no ceilings to JU women's basketball, I feel like it clicked on everyone. You would think just because you won that game, like, oh yeah, we won. Oh, but it's another one after that. Oh yeah, we won this practice, but it's another one after that. Like it never stops.
Another one of her sayings has helped the women focus on the team-first mentality.
Another one of our sayings is "we before me," and so just putting the team before the individual. And we know that we can't, before we go out to games, I always put on the board, we're all we got. We totally have to be there for each other and be one as we, go on the road and compete.
Leadership isn't the only lesson Coach Yo imparts into her players. She also tries to set an example by making her family a priority, which isn't always easy.
It's a challenge, but I would like to credit my MVP, my husband, because I know that I wouldn't be able to balance it all without his support. I think that the administration creates an environment that is family-oriented.
She also wants to pass down the lessons she learned at a young age.
The focus on community service is huge because of just the way I was raised. Being a part of a family of educators, we always had someone in the house that lived with us for 2-3 weeks, at-risk kids, kids just in bad situations for whatever reason. Those same people, when they got on their feet, when they graduated, would always come back and express great gratitude to my parents. I feel like you do good things will always happen to you. And so I just want my players to have that same experience.
Her players are already learning lasting lessons.
That it doesn't stop here. Because I'm a basketball player, she talks a lot about wins and losses, but to take more out of the wins and losses, to better yourself as a person on the court and off the court. Her mentality is to, teach, develop, and inspire, and that's what she does here. So, yes, she's making me a better basketball player, but a better person as well. So when I take a step off the court, then I can grow outside of it.
Does Brown want to follow in her coach's footsteps?
I plan to be Coach O's grad assistant if all falls into place.
And just like her coach, she had no plans to enter the profession until being steered in that direction.
Not coaching, maybe playing, but not so much as coaching until you've been behind someone as great as Coach O and say, well, wow, I want to be in her shoes one day.
For Coach Yo, it all goes back to her original goal in life: positively impact others.
My number one goal, I don't know if I have several, but my number one goal would be that every player that I come into contact with will have a positive experience with me. Whether that's one where they want to have a family because they see it, they are able to get through tough situations because they've been encouraged by me. Sometimes just the fact that they know that someone loves them and cares about them, that's my number one goal. If I do that, then I've done a job well done.